there, this is Brittany from Just Be Crafty. Today I'm sharing how to make this adorable tiny wildflower. I thought this would be fun to make just in time for spring. This little flower is super quick and simple, so you can have a stack of these whipped up in no time at all. These flowers will be part of a larger project I'm working on, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see what these little guys turn into. This tutorial is geared towards an intermediate beginner or higher and will utilize the following skills: the magic loop, single crochet, double crochet, and the slip stitch. I have a tutorial on how to do the magic loop and single crochet if you're unfamiliar, and we'll have a link to those tutorials in the description box below. I want to take the time real quick to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and to hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post a new tutorial. I share new knit and crochet patterns every Tuesday and new stitch techniques every Friday, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Now, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Grabbing your 3.5mm crochet hook and your yarn of choice. I will have the yarn I am using linked in the description box below. So you're going to start with a magic loop and chaining 1. You're then going to make 10 single crochets inside your magic loop. If you're unfamiliar on how to do the magic loop, I have a video tutorial on this and we'll have that linked in the description box below. Okay, so we have our 10 single crochets inside our magic loop, and once you do, just do a quick recount, make sure you have 10, and then pull your tail tight to join your single crochets into the little ring. So now you're going to join the round by making a slip stitch in the first single crochet of your round. And now we're going to chain 3. And we're going to make 2 double crochets in the same stitch we just slipped into. And this is going to be our first petal. Okay, so we've just done our second double crochet, and now in the next stitch, we're just going to slip a stitch. In the next stitch, we're going to do 3 double crochets. And this is our third double crochet. And now we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. So now in the next stitch, we're going to make 3 double crochets. This is our second double crochet. And now our third in that same stitch. And then in the next stitch, we're going to slip a stitch. And in the following stitch, you guessed it, 3 double crochets in the same stitch. And you're just going to keep repeating this process until you get to the end of the round. The last stitch of the round will be a slip stitch. Okay, so I just completed my last petal and I'm slip stitching into that last stitch. It might look like there's another stitch left, but that is just the first stitch that we slipped at the beginning of the round. So now we can cut our yarn and make sure that you leave a long tail. And just pull that tail through the loop on your hook and pull tight to secure. And this is what your flower should look like. You can kind of shape it a little bit with your fingers to make the petals look how you want them to, and kind of squeeze them a little bit so it looks a little bit more like a flower. And next I'm going to show you how to finish off your ends so that way you can fasten it to whatever you want to attach your little flower to. So take a yarn needle and thread it with your tail, the tail that you just fastened off, and you're just going to thread it to the opposite side of what your existing tail resides on. So we're just going to weave that tail to the center, to the back center of our flower, so that way we have one tail on either side of that little center circle. And the point of that is so that way we can tie our two tails together to really cinch close that center circle and to really secure our flower. And then we can use those tails to secure our flower to whatever project we are working on, or to whatever project we want to add these little flowers onto. Okay, so I see that my tails are on two little opposite ends, two opposite sides of the little flower hole center, and now I'm going to just tie those two tails together, making a knot. So I tie it once and then tie it again to knot. And now I can use these tails to secure to whatever project I want to add these to. And once again, shape your little petals into shape, and there you have it. That is the Crochet Wildflower, and here is one just in another color. So I really hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please be sure to let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and would like to, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new tutorial. I post new patterns every Tuesday and new stitch techniques every Friday, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Also, these little flowers are going to be part of a larger project I'm working on, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!